Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this one is going to be a big one because we're going to be covering the February community update and everything that the devs went over, and we have a lot to cover. We're going to be talking about the console memory issues. We're also going to be talking about new additions and new patches that are on the way as well, and we're going to be touching a little bit on Phase 4. So there's very little info right now, but the devs are starting to talk about it, so that's very exciting. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into all of the info that the devs are sharing with us. Now, right off the bat, at the beginning of the community update, they say, "Hello, SnowRunners, we are back with another community update to keep you posted on the game's development and improvements. This past month has been quite eventful, especially with the launch of Season 3. Now, they start by saying, "Thank you for all of your honest Season 3 feedback," and there's a lot more to go into than that. Now, they've also said, "We've loved watching you discover Wisconsin and lug some thick pieces of wood on some thick trucks." Very interesting use of the word thick with two C's there. But let's go ahead and get to the part of the update that a lot of you guys have been waiting for them to talk about. Now, they've said when mods arrived on consoles, they have caused unexpected crashes due to coming from a different system. In order to limit those and improve your gaming experience, we have had to put a stronger mod limitation on PS4 and Xbox One. The unfortunate consequence is players being unable to use as many mods at the same time as before, or not being able to use certain larger mods at all. We've seen the feedback on this and acknowledge that the current limitation is too strict. So they are they are recognizing and acknowledging that the current limitation is too strict. We understand and apologize for the frustration caused, but rest assured, improvements are in progress, which is amazing to know. The team is currently working hard on memory enhancement. Improvements and fixes on the way include increase to the amount of available memory for mods on consoles by at least 40%, but it could be more. Improvement of the slow gearbox stick movement when setting it to reverse. I know that was something that a lot of people were unhappy about with the changeover to Phase 3 because a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, the fact that they have slowed down the shifter's movement into reverse is so frustrating." And I get how that can be really frustrating, especially on consoles. Now, they've also fixed a bug where, this is not out yet, but it is coming. They are going to fix a bug where video settings were not saved after restarting the game. They're also going to fix a bug where a false RAM restriction appeared when players tried to connect to the co-op host with mods activated, and various crash fixes and optimizations, which means just little crashes here and there and little optimizations here and there to make those crashes a little bit less prevalent. We're patching it up. We will share more info as soon as possible. Note for modders: until the RAM limit is increased, you may need to optimize your mod if it's not accepted for consoles. The easiest way is to reduce poly count and compress sounds, or use in-game sounds instead of custom ones. And I didn't actually know until today that the custom sounds on a mod actually make it a lot bigger, like a lot bigger. They've also said, keep in mind that the RAM limit is not the same as the overall 1 GB mod size limit. Alternatively, you can wait until we increase the limit to release your mods. And that is what the 2nd Gen Dodge from R&R Customs is waiting for. That's also what the L400 is waiting for. And that's also what the 3880, the IX Heavy Wrecker, is waiting for in order to be reapproved. Now, they touch on the truck tournament for a moment, but I'm not going to get into that too deeply. The truck tournament is something that basically, on a surface level discussion, the truck tournament is basically a tournament where they're having people pit every single truck in the game against each other to sort of get down to a final battle of 2 trucks. And if you want a little bit more info about that, you can find more info about that on the official SnowRunner forum or in the official SnowRunner Discord. Now, the What's Next section is absolutely one of the most interesting sections of this entire community update. Now, they've said, what's next? Why, Season 4, of course, but it's a little early to talk about it right now. What we can say is that it's a big one, and we can't wait to show it to you. Besides the next big content update, the team is also working on more bug fixes and improvements, moving more mods to consoles, and improving the memory limit as mentioned above. soon we will be announcing the February winners of the Mod Awards. To simplify matters for the team and open up the choices, we've decided to have 2 winners in a single category. Favorite vehicle mods, before it was split between vehicle model and driving feel. The full list is therefore vehicle, 2 winners, map design, map environment, and unique. And they've also said that's it for this month, and thank you so much for playing and giving us continuous feedback. Now, here's where we're going to go ahead and move forward into my personal feelings about this update, as well as asking you guys to chime in the comment section down below and let me know what part of this update was most exciting to you, whether that was the confirmation of an increased mod limit on consoles, or a little bit of a discussion about Phase 4. Again, let me know in the comment section down below what your personal favorite parts of this update have been. Now, to touch on the mod combination that I am using in the video at the moment, this video was recorded on the PC version of the game. We are using Yeah Buddy's F-150, and we are roaming around the TNB Trails map, checking out some of the new trails and some of the new rock crawling sections that were implemented in the most recent update. Now, TNB Trails, I have seen some people say, oh no, TNB Trails is gone from console, it got removed. It did not get removed. All that happened is it got an update, and they are waiting on the update to be reapproved. Now, I'm not sure if the update's approval is pending the release of that mod size patch, but that is something we will have to wait and see in the future, and I'll try to get you guys a little bit more info on that, because I know TNB Trails is a very, very, very loved map, both from me and many other people in the community, both on the PC side of things and the console side of things. Now, also, let me know in the comment section down below what you are most hoping for in Phase 4. Now, Phase 4, as we know, and as we have known from the beginning when they first released their content seasons, we know that Phase 4 is supposed to be a massive expansion, a gigantic expansion that should really improve upon the overall scope of the game. Now, do we know what that is yet? We have absolutely no clue. We're waiting for more info on that from the devs, but what we do know is it is going to be a giant expansion. Now, what could that mean? Well, if the previous seasons are to be used as benchmarks, like, for example, you know, Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, it's always been a new region, some new trucks, and maybe some new gameplay dynamics, like, for example, the recent addition of logging. However, if we're talking about a full-on expansion, that could bring this game to new levels that no one has seen yet, and potentially none of us expect. Now, again, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below and really open up a conversation about what you are genuinely hoping for in Phase 4 and what you are genuinely hoping that they do with the game, or if it's maybe a new direction that the game hasn't gone in just yet. I would love to hear what you guys are either hoping it could be or anticipating that it could be in the comment section down below. So like I said, I would love to have that conversation with you guys, and I will of course be down there in the comments with you to have those discussions with y'all. Now, I would love to see, obviously, some more heavy haul stuff in Season 4. Heavy hauls are a massive part of this game for me, and when it comes to objective-based campaign gameplay, I really, really enjoy, you know, taking out a giant rig and pulling a giant trailer and just having to strategize on what routes I take, how I take a corner, how I try to fit a truck between certain obstacles. That type of gameplay to me is a ton of fun. Now, that is also not at all to say that I don't absolutely love the scouting gameplay, right? I absolutely love taking out my favorite scout rig when I get onto a new map or when I get onto a new region and just exploring around the map, discovering all of the watch points, discovering all of the hidden tasks, discovering all of the material pickup locations, and all of the different elements that will play into your own personal storyline that you get to run through with your friends if you choose to play the game in co-op, which, again, if you're playing in co-op, that takes campaign mode to a whole new level already. And if you've never actually played the campaign mode in co-op, I highly suggest that you do, because not only does it bring that element of being able to help your friends and they then help you out in return, but it also brings an element of comedy that the game can only have when you're playing the game with your friends. Because, you know, when your buddy flips his whole truck over like one corner ahead of you, right, you're laughing, your buddy is giggling, and then the guy that flipped over his truck is raging out. Like, there are very few things, really there's nothing that can replace you know, moments like that with your friends, and SnowRunner is so good at creating those moments, and I'm just really, really hoping that whatever we see in Phase 4 or Season 4, whatever you want to call it, whatever we see in Phase 4, I only hope that it adds to all of those crazy moments that you can experience with your friends. Now, with that being said, that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do let me know any and all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.